from the open source, and also using some very affordable ways to construct your Nerf. So what we will do is I will share with you my process. And the first one is like using Nerf to do some interesting kind of combination, and later on run your own AI model. Okay, so first, feel free to sponsor us for XReality Pro, and yeah, you will get all the access, such as the Zoom live access and the source code if you support us. Yeah, and recently I published a book called Spatial Design Breaking the 2D Paradigm. If you are interested in all the spatial computing or XR types of principles, UX principles, best practice, and feel free to get the book and let me know what you think. We got a lot of really good positive reviews online. So yeah, and we also have the customer reviews. So feel free to check it out. Okay, so let me dive you to the Nerf. Nerf actually is, I want to share with you what's Nerf and why it is very important for us to know it. Okay, so let me zoom out. I'll zoom in a little bit. Okay, so Nerf is a fully connected neural network that can generate a lot of different views of complex 3D scenes. So I want to share with you this one that I create. It's a little bit scary, but you can see like what's the kind of like a end result. So pretty much I go around myself, like take the using an app called Record 3D and go around, kind of make a video and then upload to my PC and download Nerf Studio. And they have like interesting things such as Vista. So you need to download something called Record 3D, this app. So I tried different one, but I found this one is the one that really helps me to construct like the Nerf I want. And this one is very interesting. They have like a different feature unlock. So for example, if you can use it for free, but once if you want to, for example, export or record it in color, you have to pay like a minimum like $5 to unlock the entire feature. So I find out that is very, very useful. So yeah, so first download this one, and then you can pretty much get a lot of, I would say, features. So first, kind of download this app and start using color maps. In order to unlock color maps, you have to pay like $5. So you go around the object, right? You go around and record a video, and later on you can, on the viewer, you can see different ways of viewing it. Of course, they have a developer mode. So once you record it, you can definitely export it as a developer mode and upload to your command line. So today, I would say that this is pretty much all the command line work. It's less about Unity and C#, but pretty much it's all command line. So yeah, so if you go here, I want to share with you what's Nerf first, and then let's dive into command line. And it might take probably about 2 to 3 hours. And sometimes if something is not being installed, you have to rerun it again. So pretty much the entire process is like you do some work, and then I would say you do a little bit of work, and then you wait for 2 to 3 hours, or sometimes sleep overnight. You take a look, and every command line, it takes a long time just to run it. So yeah, if you want to do more like open source or build from ground up, I would say you can definitely do it. And for the kind of like introduce what's Nerf, I will use this site because I think this site introduced a lot, and they have products. I mean, I'm not advertising the product, but I am just go over what's the general concept of Nerf. So Nerf pretty much is, if you go to this file, Nerf is a 5D coordinate, X, Y, Z, and the ray direction, such as vertical view, the angle of the vertical one and the horizontal one. So you can see like it's X, Y, Z plus 2 viewing directions. Okay, so there are different types of nerves. For example, if you input tons of image, and it will generate according to different angles. So yeah, so you can see, like, for example, you can have 2 views, right? It has XYZ itself, plus from different angles viewing it, it can generate different ways. So if you see this, okay, so this one was last night shooting from my kitchen. So if you see this, it's from the videos to make different, for example, like this, right? So this is videos, but videos can become a lot of frames. So from different angles, it will start track different angles. So they have like tons of like a different video views, and it will, according to all the videos, and it will use the AI model and start reconstruct different angles. So it will create the types of like a 3D model according to different angles of photos. So this is using Nerf Studio. So you can see like there are different types of nerves, such as pixel nerve. Pixel nerve is using like all the image inputs, and using the kind of like a training networks to reconstruct it. Or you can use like a mega nerve. Mega nerve is to rebuild interactive 3D environments from large-scale visual captures, such as buildings and multiple city blocks by drones. So this is like another different types of nerve. The other one is like it's called LOL nerve. It's called Unlock. This learning methods use Nerve for generated 3D modeling, training only from data with primarily single views of each project. It helps produce correspond 3D structure object in a way that can be rendered from different views. So for LOL Nerve, you upload one single image, and it will generate a 3D kind of like a, I would say, face, and you can see different angles. So, and the other one is called neutral sparse vortex field. This one is represent that to enable fast, high quality rendering that is not dependent on specific viewpoint. It works to define vortex-bounded impact field organized in a sparse network of cells. So it's kind of more like a progressive MIMP nerve. You can also use like a different, use a single ray per pixel, which often cause blurry or like a very low resolution, but you can use this another different ways to kind of like a reconstruct 3D model. There are a couple of different ways, so feel free to get into this website. I find out this website is explained very simple and easier for people to understand, or you can also get into the paper and take a look if you are more like if you want to learn more about the science or learn more about the theories behind it. It has a lot of math, but I think we can start jumping and then start learn whatever we can learn, and then we can build on top of it. Okay, so so all those are using nerve system, and the paper is the theory behind this nerve system. So so let's go back to the Nerf Studio. What's Nerf Studio? If you go online, there are a lot of paid types of, or you need to subscribe different ways in order to get your Nerf, or you can get free text to prompt 3D object. But I think it's very important to know how it works. And today I'm going to share with you how this like step by step, but I won't but I won't run it, because every time when I run the command, since it needs to train the model, and it takes about 1.5 or 2 hours just to see the outcome. So today I just share with you how this works, and without really hit that command line, because it might take a lot of powers. And you can download a lot of like different environments, such as Docker, such as Conda, VC package, a lot of different types of kind of like packages. But today I will share with you what's going on. So Nerf Studio provides a simple API that allows for simplified end-to-end process of creating, training, and testing nerves. The library supports a more interpretable implementation of nerve by modularizing each component. So this, according to this lab students from Berkeley AI research. So if you want to see what's this. Yeah, okay, so this is a Berkeley student. They are the people who contribute to this open source project. So for training your first model, they will lead you to a folder full of like they take tons of photos going around Berkeley. So if you want to get the file, you can dive to this site. There will be online folder you can download just to train your first model. But I used that folder to train all the, I would say all the photos. However, it shows a lot of errors because the file is too large. It's a very good file, but my computer cannot run it. So that's why I use my personal one. Okay, so let's dive in. So this one, it means that you can just simply take a video or take a lot of different shots from a single 3D object, and then it will start construct a photorealistic 3D model. Train your first model. Okay, so what you have to do is to jump into the, I would say, installation. This one, pretty much you need to do is to use your command line, and you need to install CUDA because it's it's so big, and if you run directly inside your computer, it might conflict or crash our other applications that you are using. So it's better to download CUDA or Conda for you to fully, I would say, fully run this. So there are a lot of things that you have to install. So CUDA is one of it, and Conda is one of it. So you need to create environment. So all you need to do is open your command line and possibly go here, right? And create an environment. And once you use Conda, you need to remember you need to create an environment just for it to run. So you need to go through all the progress to run the Conda and CUDA. So those two are you have to install. The package is very large, and for Conda, it's compatible with Python 3.8. So you need to install, and also you need to install Nerf Studio. After that, you need to download PyTorch and also CUDA 11.8. Later on, you need to install Ninja as well, because it will help you to create a better one. And then you need to install Nerf Studio. Pretty much copy and paste, go to your command line, right? Copy and paste. You need to put on your folder. For example, like my folder is called mini Conda 3. So I built the entire thing inside the mini Conda after I download the Conda. So you download this one, and then later on, I try 3 apps, and then I reconstruct. At the end, I pick Record 3D, and I will explain with you what's my reason to do that. So you need to copy and paste all the pimp installation, and yeah, you need to install all this. Yeah, okay, so once you do it, you can start training your model. However, the one that they provide for the training model, it requires a lot of memories to run it. I don't have enough kind of leverage, so I train my model. You can see how to train your first model by using Berkeley students. I would say the entire folder, but at the end you will get a YAML, YML, this file. And once you get a YML YAML, the file, you can pretty much start just use that YAML, and then start putting all the other whatever you have, the 3D video, you can use YAML to show the viewer, and later on export to any 3D model that you are looking for. Okay, so let's go to the training your first model. You download this, right? And then you start training your model. You need to put make sure your checking point, and then you can use the existing round. And also later on, I will share with you how to generate your own YAML. Okay, so you can use existing data. The existing data is we don't have it. So what I did was I used custom data to train. So what you need to do is copy and paste, and then select either you want to do video, image, or polycam, or record 3D. You need to pick one, and then you put your path. For example, once you finish the entire tracking and get all the data. You put a folder and put the path here, and then you need to put what output folder or path you want to output. So I try this one. This one actually is a pretty good one. The reason why I didn't do it is because at the end, it seems like it outputs two models. One is FBX, the other one is OBJ, which I find out it's probably not the file that I'm looking for. But you can take a look. It's a very simple. What you can do is you can do different photo scan, and it's I would say the interface is really good. And if you wanna just scan it and then upload, but it has a quote for upload. During the morning time in PST time, it will slow down the queuing, like the cloud generating. So I would say it took me probably five hours just to wait for a model to generate. But I think this one has a lot of leverage, and at the end I generate a really nice paper bottle. So this one is definitely, I would recommend if you just want to kind of like a scanning 3D model, and then later on it will generate the normal map and also texture map, which is very helpful. So yeah, so you can take a look of all this. This one I would recommend, and it's free to start unless you want to have a lot of very cool stuff, such as if you want something like a transparent or high reflection, you might need to unlock some payment subscription or payment kind of plan in order to unlock some very unique high reflection or transparent types of 3D model. So this one is really, really good. The other one I actually, at the end, I did the Record 3D. Let me share with you. I use this one, Record 3D app. So the reason why I use this one is because it's fast, but you need to pay like $5 to unlock the color map. So later on, all your 3D generation can be colorful. So yeah, so what you need to do is to, for example, if you have a 3D model, you go around it and you record it. So first you will do like color maps and go around the 3D object. And later on you can go to your file, and they have like an AR viewer. Yeah, and yeah, so later on you can export or share using the dev mode. And the dev mode, if you see it, it has all the things you need. For example, like the download. See the download. Oh yeah. So this one has all the data you are looking for. It has a lot of EXR, and then for example, like all this media icon. Oh, RGB. Yes. So if you see this has a lot of like a jetpack for you to review. So you need the more like the export style, which is the dev style. And then once you download install the Nerf system by installing tons of different packages just to run this, you can definitely not downloading all those like a Conda or some other packages. But if you don't do it, it might take you probably like 7 hours just to run just to train a model. So you might as well just download those. So I try different ways. At the beginning, I try, for example, like I train, let's see. This is something that I trained. Okay, so I go around a bottle, and later on I train some, for example, like color, right? So you can definitely do this and run through all the different command. Let me share with you what's that command. You can have like a image or videos. What you need to do is you need to download something called the VS package. You need to, VC package, VCPKG. And VCPKG, when you install it, it requires a lot of RAMs. So that's why I personally think that it might not be the best one to do it, because you will be in the place where it's very you will feel very frustrated just because there are so many like delays. Okay, so I am taking the questions. Does anybody has any questions? I see Peter, good morning. Neville, hi all. Okay, so far we don't have any questions. So yeah, so I can tell you that this one is that you can use image and video, but in order to do it, you need to use CodeMap and FFmpeg. You need to follow all those different. You need to install all this. For example, you need to process this, right? If you want to use image and video to train it. Okay, so once you train it, you need to also install something called VKPG, VCPKG. This one, this takes you a lot of time. So I install it and I find out I don't have enough RAM to run it, even though my computer is pretty good. Okay, so at the end, I use KIRI engine and Record 3D. I use those three, and Spectacular AI, I use those three. But at the end, Record 3D really helps me to do all the final one. So let's jump into Record 3D. So Nerf Studio, you can definitely use Record 3D app, but make sure when you record, your iPhone is higher than iPhone 12 to get LiDAR, kind of like a LiDAR effect. Okay, so let's take a look of this one. If you want to see this.
Hi again, Yvonne here to show you how.
Okay, so let's just get in. So first, if you want to use my way, and for me, my way is I'm trying to make everything as cheap as possible, as open source as possible. So you go around, for example, if you wanna run a table, you go around the table and hit the record button. So this is how you start getting your resource. So that's first. Once you record it, then get all your data, right? Because after you record it, you will have your folder in your iPhone using files. Go to files and upload it, right? And then go to your command line Windows, right? And then, okay, so this one, you probably need to screenshot it. So just to copy and paste and copy and paste, and you can see all the things. So yeah, and it takes time. Okay, so this process takes probably about 1.5 hours, probably about 90 minutes. So yeah, and then once you finish it, you will get this one pops up. So which means that the person start rotating and giving the model different angles to train it. Yeah, so this is how it works. Okay, so I will share with you how the things, okay, so not this one. Let me see it. Give me a sec. Okay, so what I did was I sec. Okay, so if you see this one is the final one, right? So I record the entire, I follow the entire process, and then if you may see, I record the entire videos, and then you can see this is the camera path of my videos. It's pretty much extract all the frames inside my thing. So for example, if you do this, right, you do, this is the video that I use, record 3D, and just going around, right? And then you can see this is like represent this size. So pretty much use all the different angles of the same image and reconstruct something. So if you see at the end, yeah, at the end, let's see. Yeah, you can see it takes a really long time just for the 3D model to show. So yeah, it takes a long time. So if you go to render, generate command. Okay, so you need to do this and then copy paste this. Yeah, and it takes probably an hour for it to generate a MP4. So you copy and paste this, and go here and copy and paste it, and you can generate an MP4. Okay, so this is the result. Once you click it, you can definitely get this one. It's pretty scary because for some reason I feel like this looks like a horror movie, but you got an idea. And when I run it, my resolution was probably about 50 pixel. It's very low res, and see if you can, for example, use some machines to help you. Because once your hand is shaking or there is some vibration, it will cause the video to become blur. And when the system, Nerf Studio, trying to get some, I would say, a single frame out of your videos, it will have tons of blurry just because of the motion shaking things. And if that is the case, then your 3D model will look very, very blur. Okay, cool. So this is today's Skillshare. Anyone has any questions? It's just a kind of like a explore. Yeah. Yeah, anybody has any questions? Yeah, I will take a look of the phone and see if anyone has any questions. Okay, cool. Well, the video be shared later. Well, the video, you mean tutorial, tabasan. The video, yes, will be shared, but if you want the source code or you want all the information, this one I would say is less about source code. It's more about training your own model. But I can provide all the source code that I have to the Patreon. And if you support us, you can get access to the Patreon and get the code. I think the code itself is probably not the most important thing, but how you train your machine is the key. And I will share all the source in our Patreon page, so you got access to it. So support us to help us to keep running the show. South Africa, hi. And Peter, good morning. Navil, good morning. Vasuzi, good morning. And Tabatsum, we will, this video will stay in LinkedIn page, fan page. So, so just follow us and you will see it. Is this the same as producing photogrammetry images? Yes. So if you go this one, photogrammetry, Nerf Studio. There are too many things open. Okay, so let me type again, Nerf Studio. So what you need to do is go to this tab and install everything. Yeah, there are a lot of very big packages. So make sure your computer's RAM and also memory is enough to get this model. And the third one is using existing data. You can definitely use existing data, but you can also train your own data. I use existing data train, but the file for some reason is just too big and it takes like 7 hours to train. And at the end, it seems like my computer, the memory is not enough to get that big AI model. So that's why I use like a really simple one. At the beginning, I use image and video. However, it seems like you need to download this VKPG, which is VCPKG. This is a very huge file and always crash. So that's why the normal one might not work as it will work, but this package is just a lot of work. So that's why I changed to those apps. Those apps, they are free to use, but once you start want to have some cool effect or you want something, they always know what you want and block you at some point. So you have to pay. So I pay like $5 for Record 3D. Yeah, so Polycam, you need to pay $99 per year upfront just to use all access for their features. This one I didn't use. And Kiri is just because when rendering things, it takes probably 5 hours. When I do it during the night. I think this company is based in Asia. So if we want to do it during the PST time, render it, you need to wait very, very long time for your model to preview. So that's why it just takes too long, but it's free. It's really, really good. So that's why I use the Record 3D. This one, but at the end, they have some blocks, so I have to pay for it in order just to get the thing. And remember, you need to use EXR and JPG sequence when you export, so you can get the entire thing. So remember to do this, and also you can train your YAML file just by using these types of things. Okay, so let me see. Is this the same as producing photogrammetry images? Yes. Photogrammetry images, I wouldn't say images, I would say photogrammetry 3D model or photogrammetry NERF. Yeah. Okay, yes. Can this take model a room, the camera is in the middle of VS and object in the camera in the circle. Can this tech model a room, the camera is in the middle of versus an object, the camera can be circled around? I would say that yeah, an object that camera can circle around will be preferred. But if you want to do the object the camera can circle around, I would highly recommend using key read engine because they help you to key out the background. When I do this, key read is the app that helps you to do a single one, and it has the Vision Pro. It's compatible with Vision Pro, so you can definitely upload. It's called, like, I really forgot that name. What's Vision Pro? It's Z something, right? Yeah, you can use like all the different models. So I highly recommend if you kind of wanna do just to do a 3D model, I think this one is good. But maybe there will be some perk unlock, but this one is good. Yeah. If you want to do an entire room scan, this one is good too. And this one is the one that I will use because it will scan, including the environment. So this one, and this one, I think you can still do the environment stuff, but you probably need settings. But this one, I think this one is very good at single object. And this one is scanning the entire room. Yeah, I mean, your camera need to put somewhere, right? So yeah, I think a key read engine app, well, key out, make all the key out all the background so you can have a clean 3D model, and you can export to any format. So I think this is very helpful. Okay, circle around, yes. It's really great to create a digital twin of the certain area. Yes. Yeah. I mean, digital twin is everybody's kind of like an interesting point. The Polycam app is free about 10 minutes. Yeah, right. Yeah, I agree. So, yes. Okay.